All right, hello everyone, and welcome back for unfortunately the last time this season. Trinity Competitive Racing. It's TCR. It's season 10, and we are here for the season finale, the grand finale of season 10 overall. Because it's going to be the last race we have out of all three classes here at the Mexican Grand Prix, here at the Autodromo Hermano Rodriguez in Mexico City in Mexico. It is a beautiful place. It's already provided us with a lot of exciting driving and a lot of good racing this week with the silver class and the golden class. All of them are decided so far. So is the platinum class as well. Kersey is your champion of season 10 platinum class, and AlphaTauri have secured the constructors championship as well. So yeah, welcome to Mexico, and as I said, for the very last time, it's myself, BLIN-MACHINE, here in the booth for season 10, and also joining me for this grand finale of season 10 is the man himself, Motor City. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Blinn. I'm doing good. I'm excited to watch this race at Mexico, the grand finale, and I think it's going to be a really, really good race.
Absolutely, and if we're going to be judging from, what we've seen already so far this week, it's been absolutely incredible racing over here. And like Seafree said himself last night, this is why they keep it until the grand finale, to make it one of the best races. And possibly, we have seen seasons coming down to being decided in Mexico. Like I mentioned in season 9 at silver class, myself and F1 Racer were in the fight for the championship, and F1 Racer beat me that year, and that's why I've been still in silver class trying to get that title back. But unfortunately this year wasn't the year either, but I'm hoping to come back in season 11 nice and strong. But I tell you who's really strong right now, it's Sequit out on track. He was very, very close to, challenging for the championship in Season 10 in Platinum class as well. As it stands right now, he can still tie Kersey on total points. He just cannot actually win the championship, because even in that case, if Kersey doesn't score any points today, and Sequit, wins the race and gets the fastest lap as he goes super, super wide there on, I think it was turn 11. But yeah, as I was going to say, even at that point, it would come down to the wins, and Kersey did an incredible job. He has 6 wins already in this season, compared to Sequit's 2. So, there's no chance that Sequit would take it away, and he gets his first lap invalidated. He goes back into the pits, so we'll have to see someone else. Oh, Chatty Doc massively overshoots the same corner as well. That turn 11 turning out to be a little bit tricky in the early opening rounds of qualifying here tonight. The champion himself, Kersey, is out there doing a lap right now. He's not in that area yet, but as myself and Seafreeze were calling it, the S section right there in the second sector, it's quite tricky. You had a chance to drive around it already this week. What are your thoughts, Motor?
Well, actually, I didn't race the silver class race this week, but yeah, I've done this track a lot, and it's that S section is very, very confusing. It's not confusing, it's just hard. You have to really, if you're on a wheel, I think it's easier, but on a controller, like I know Sequit is, it's pretty hard. You gotta really be able to turn quick, or else you're gonna go wide.
Alright, so some of the first times are posted on the board now. We've got Mebby currently sitting on provisional pole with a 113.721, and Kersey in second, 113.977. Then we've got KGB Black Angel in third with a 114.4, Flip Flop Fish 114.5, GTR 115.3, and Mick Marcotti 115.5. So quite big gaps so far in the starting in the early stages here of qualifying, but W is just about to head on a hot lap. Let's go on board with him, and we're gonna ride for a whole hot lap here. It's a very, very tricky one as he now crosses the line on the start-finish straight, and coming into the DRS zone. This start-finish straight, it's a huge one. You pretty much top out the car completely by the time you're hitting the brakes into turn 1. But turn 1 is a hard right-hander. You really got to use as much of the track there as possible, as is W. Now into turn 2 and 3, which is a nice quick chicane, and that opens you up into the second DRS zone with another back straight, if you want to call it that. It's a nice little straight, and there's a purple sector from W, locking up a little bit now into turn 4, and now into 5, and now coming up is a double-hander of 6 and 7. It's pretty much one corner, but it feels like a double corner there, as he now goes into 7 and 8, and 9. Oh, these are super, super tricky corners around this second sector and the S section, as we're calling it so far. But W doing a great job there. He's posted a 55.8 in the second sector. Did not go purple, but he was purple in the first sector. So let's see where he's going to finish this lap as he comes around the last corner here, lap 16. Corner 16, and then turn 17 is not really a corner. Runs down to the line now, and it's 6th place for him with a 1:15.0, so a little scruffy.
Yeah, a little scruffy there. He kind of cut the first corner, and I think he hit the curb, and it kind of cost him a little bit in the first sector, even though he did run fastest. But I feel like he wasn't going 100% through the S's. I think it's going to be pretty tricky for these guys in the race when they get worn tires. But in qualifying, it's going to be good because they're on fresh ones. But I think guys like you're going to see guys like Sequit and Kersey up at the top for qualifying.
Alright, let's take a look here. Sequit is now started another hot lap, so he might be really challenging here tonight. Even though he can't win the championship anymore, I'm sure he wants to get another win to his name in Season 10. And yeah, just it would feel nice winning at any track, but at the season finale, I feel like it's always a good sort of send-off for the whole season. Even if, you didn't win the championship, but you won the last race, and you feel like the last winner in that season, which is definitely a good feeling. So yeah, I really can't believe that we're in the season finale now, round 16. We've really done 16 rounds of racing in all 3 of our classes, and we've only got this one more race to go. Motor City, have there been any memorable moments for you in this season?
For me, in Platinum class, excuse me, I think it was the Canadian Grand Prix was a really good race to watch for Platinum class. Really good racing. It was tight racing. And for me personally, in Silver class, it was finishing 2nd at Britain. It was a really good achievement for me. I wasn't expecting to even get a podium this year, but I did. So it was a good overall season for me. How about you, Blin? I know it's been kind of a down season for you, but you did win a race or two, so.
Yeah, I did manage actually to sneak away a win in Season 10. I can't remember where exactly. It was Australia. Yeah, it was the Australian Grand Prix. It was a very weird race. I sort of had a pretty good start there. I was starting about 12th or 11th, but managed to make my way up. And then we had a couple of incidents that sort of bounced me up a couple more positions. So I ended up having to fight it off at the end there for the win. So that was a nice feeling. I did also get another 3rd place, so I did get a couple of podiums in total. But honestly, I just feel like I said yesterday, this game and me, we didn't click for the first few rounds. It really took me a while to really understand how to drive the car in this game. But I feel a lot more confident now, so yeah, I really can't wait until the next season now, until we all go racing again. And my favorite part also of TCR is seeing so many new drivers. If you guys are interested in racing in this league in Season 11, check out the link to our website in the description of the video, and you can fill out a form, and you can apply to race with all of us and all of these guys as well. Tasmanian Devil, Mebby, Sequit, Kersey, Chatty Duck, Black Angel, Flip Flop Fish, Mercody, W, Seafreeze, who's unfortunately not going to be here in Season 11, but he is a multiple champion of this league, and we have a lot of big names here. 007 Stanley has done an incredible job so far this season, and really impressed all of us. Mr. Joshua and Fike also, all of these guys are doing an incredible job. We do need some new drivers to freshen things up. We always welcome you on, so definitely let us know if you guys want to race with us. But Motor City, other than that, in terms of the overall racing or these cars, F1 2020 as a game, any other impressions this year?
Well, I think F1 personally. I think this has been my favorite F1 2020, or F1 2020 has been my personal favorite out of all the F1 games I played. The addition of using L1 as your overtake button and not having to do it, manually like last year really helps out. And I really love this game. I think there can be some fixes. Some of the curbs at some tracks are pretty big and they're not as big in real life. But really, that's like my only thing. This game has really impressed me.
And of course, the occasional glitching that has come in this year, and unfortunately, slowed us down a couple of times. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's a pretty good game. As I said, it just really took me some time to click with it after playing F1 2019, and I was in like 3 different leagues a couple of years ago on F1 2019 as well, so I was super competitive on that game, and then I sort of slowed it all down for F1 2020, so it did take me a bit of time to adjust. But yeah, I gotta say, it's definitely the best that we've had in the last few years, or at least like in the...
Yeah, it has. The last few games have been pretty good. I just think this game, they can fix the glitches we've had. The real glitch that makes me mad is the 5 red lights at the beginning of every race, for every stream. It's just, that makes me kind of upset. I don't know why they haven't fixed that yet. But otherwise, I think this game's been really good, and hopefully F1 2021 is even better, which I think it will be. So I think it'll be cool for a lot of these guys to, play one. Maybe, I think, we got one more season left on this game, and then we'll be able to see what the new game brings. So
yeah,
I'm really excited.
Now with EA that's bought out Codemasters, I mean, we don't even know when the new game is coming out, what sort of game it's going to be, what it's going to look like, how it's going to work. It's going to be very interesting to see all of that. But for today, really the most important thing is just watching these Platinum drivers doing their thing one more last time for Season 10 of TCR Trending Competitive Racing. It's been an incredible year, honestly. It's been such a great season in all of the 3 classes. It came down to super close battling, and I'm sure it's going to be exactly the same here tonight because Mexico always delivers. It's something about this track. I would say it's probably about the way that it's just sort of built, that allows for a lot of hard braking. You gotta really slam on the brakes. It allows for overtaking. There's 3 DRS zones. So it's just everything on this track is really is pretty nicely set for a good battle.
Yeah, it is. I think the big thing is, like you said, the 3 DRS straightaways. It really pays a difference in overtaking, especially the first DRS straight, the super long front straight. I think that's going to make for some really good overtaking. And I think, honestly, with how wide we've seen a few of these guys go in qualifying, I think we could see maybe some accidents, a safety car or 2, just in that one S section, because I think it's really going to give some guys some problems when you see worn tires.
Alright, so just under 4 minutes to go in this qualifying session, and I'm watching a few people coming out on track. Mebby is almost done. His outlap's currently sitting in 3rd with a 113.721, and he's only a few hundredths of a second away from KGB Black Angel in 2nd place. However, Tasmanian Devil is nicely out there, so maybe he's gonna abort that one. Everyone is sitting in the pits. Mr. Joshua in 15th place. Let's see what he's gonna do. He's gonna abort as well. I think he's a reserve here tonight. I think also so is Stanley, because they're both from the Golden class. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe they are.
Alright, and Seafree's currently sitting in 13th place on the 115.0. I'm sure he can do much better than that. So we're gonna wait and see here. Not too much time left in qualifying. At the start of qualifying there, I did notice somebody had an intermediate tire fitted to the car, so I think there might be a little bit of weather forecasting glitching going on for the drivers in their weather forecast, where it might have said that there might be rain coming and then it never came. So it's very interesting, the things that sometimes happen in Codemaster F1 games. But Right now, Seafreeze is about to complete his outlap. He's going through that wiggly S section, and he's going to be putting in what is probably going to be his last chance to improve his starting position for this grand finale of Season 10 in TCR. Wow, again, just saying that is absolutely incredible. The fact that TCR has been here for 10 seasons now, and we're already planning for a Season 11 and everything else. I mean, great job to everybody that's doing, you know, work behind the scenes to improve the league and work for the league. Thank you guys so much, and also thank you guys, everyone who's watching already. Leave us a like, share this video with other people if you think they might like it, and leave us some more comments on today's race. I'd love to hear your best memories of Season 10. Anything you guys, any sort of suggestions you guys might have for us to do for Season 11 or in between the seasons. We're really open to a lot of stuff. And look at this beautiful beautiful teamwork here between Kersey and Seafreeze, and Seafreeze just got a nice little toe there on the second DRS zone as he's trying to put in a good time here for qualifying.
Yeah, that's good teamwork by the Alpha Ford drivers there. That's always something good to have, is teamwork. Getting an extra toe, letting someone by, that's always something good to have. And Kersey and Seafreeze have done really well because they won the Constructors Championship doing it. So props to them. And I just want to say props to Seafreeze. He's owned TCR for 10 seasons. Help from everyone is very well appreciated. I've been part of TCR for a very long time, and I'm also very fortunate to be here and commentating with you, BLIN. It's been really fun this season, even though I've only done 3 races.
Absolutely. I know your involvement though with commentary in previous seasons was definitely more intense. So yeah, we're always happy to have you, and I want to actually take this chance to say thank you to all the commentators that we've had this season. We've had a lot of new people joining the commentary booth, like Chatty Duck, and who else? We had quite a few of other people as well. Broom Handle. We've had Fabregas for a few races as well. We had quite a few new commentators and some old commentators come back, like JB was here for a couple of races. He was supposed to be here tonight, but unfortunately could not make it, so that was very unfortunate. We could have had the 3 of us commentating on this race. I think that would have been a lot of fun. Sequid on this hot lap right now, going a little bit wide there in, I think it was turn 3, on the exit of turn 3. Pretty much right outside of the curb, so that might be something that might be looked at by the stewards. I forgot to mention we are running the regular corner cutting rules here tonight, so we are allowing the drivers to use the curbs, but we are watching turns 2, 3, 10, and 11 for taking all 4 wheels past the white line. So yeah, you still gotta watch out, but you do get quite a bit of freedom. So the only people running out there right now are Kersey, which goes to pole position with a 1:13.238, beating out Tasmanian Devil just by thousandths of a second there. And now Sequid is about to round up his lap, and he goes up into 3rd place with a 1:13.289. Mebby is going to be in 4th. Oh, as he smashes into another car on his in lap, and his car is now destroyed, unfortunately. But yeah, Kersey, the champion of Season 10 in Platinum class, up there in 1st place. Seafreeze's teammate, unfortunately, only down in 10th, so even that toe did not really help him out there. Tasmanian Devil in 2nd with 1:13.282, so very, very close to the pole position time. And so is Sequid, and so is Mebby, and so is KGB Black Angel and Flip Flop Fish. All of those guys within about 4/10 of each other in qualifying. Very, very nicely done.
Yeah, it is. That just goes to show you how close and competitive these guys are. It really does. It's so fun to watch. Just watch really competitive guys.
Alright, so again, Kersey on pole position. Tasmanian Devil only 44 thousandths of a second behind him in 2nd. Sequid only 51 thousandths of a second behind in 3rd position. Mebby in 4th. KGB Black Angel in 5th. Flip Flop Fish in 6th. Fike in 7th. Mick Marcodi in 8th. 007 in 9th. Seafreeze in 10th. We have Chatty Duck in 11th. GTR Lion in 12th. W in 13th. And then the reserves of Stanley and Mr. Joshua rounding up in 14th and 15th place. And this is setting up a pretty good battle here, at least for the top 5 or so. It looks like those guys are within less than 3/10 of a second in qualifying going into the last round of Season 10 here in Platinum class. Get ready, guys, because I'm sure this is going to be a good one. Motor City, what sort of a strategy would you run if you had the chance to race here this week?
Honestly, oh, and it's raining. That's even better. I guess that totally changes my strategy. I mean, for the rain, it depends on the weather, depends on if it's going to change or, if it's going to stay, and, it depends on how much rain. And uh, I think, especially at this track, I think spray is going to be a big problem because there's so many straightaways with DRS, or, well, actually, DRS isn't going to be used, but there's so many decently long straightaways that spray is going to be a problem. I feel like there's going to be some broken wings, so you never know.
Yeah, and I mean, this rain is a great little spice up for our last race of the season. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm not sure, as you said, if this rain is going to stick with us or if it's just going to be, for the starting stint or something like that. We'll have to wait and see, but that definitely really adds to the excitement of tonight. And again, huge thank you to everybody who's already watching the stream. Leave us a like, send in some more comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and that way you can stay up to date on all the other videos that we release, and also on whenever the new season starts, you'll be able to stay with the action here. So we have 3 different classes: silver, gold, and platinum racing on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And feel free to join up because there's all kinds of different skill levels, there's different assist levels. You can find a class that suits you well, and yeah, race with the likes of all of our guys here tonight. So we're about to get ready. It's a nice little wet start to the race. We're not sure how the weather is going to turn later on, but for now we're going to be starting on those intermediate tires, I would guess, and no DRS, as you mentioned, Motor. In these conditions, what do you have to do to stay out of trouble?
Well, first of all, you can't break your wing. That would kill your race. The spray, like I said, is going to be a big problem. I feel like, especially at a time like Mexico, where you don't see much rain anyway. I don't know if we've ever had a rain race at Mexico, to be honest with you. But yeah, you gotta stay off people. You can't get too close. You gotta keep space. And getting the strategy right, depending on if the rain stops, I think is going to be a big thing. If the rain stops in the middle of the race, I think we're going to see guys go for maybe the medium tire or possibly even the hard, just to try and get to the end. But I think it's going to be a really good race. What about you, BLIN?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, this rain is going to spice things up. I do like racing in intermediate conditions, but when it's sort of wet enough, my least favorite thing of all time on any racing game is that sort of transition period whenever it's not quite wet enough or it's not quite dry enough for you to switch compounds. I absolutely hate that, but right now, though, I'm watching as the drivers are trying to get some temperature into their tires, and I feel like that is going to be one area of real concern in these conditions around here. Even though these intermediates, they do work at a lower temperature in their optimum working window, but they're still going to be super tough to get any sort of temperature into in the starting stages of the race. We've already had somebody going off there. Oh, there's a good strategy from Flip Flop Fish, locking up your front tires and applying some throttle, so that gets a little bit of temperature into the fronts as well as into the backs at the same time. That's a really nice strategy. I like it.
Yeah, that is a good strategy. You should try to get those tires heated up, because if they're cold, you're going to lock up into the first corner, and you're not going to be turning. You're going to be going straight. So, good strategy by Flip Flop.
Alright, so the drivers are making their way to the start of this race. As I've said, somebody has spun out. That's GTR Lion having a spin there, doing donuts before the race. That's something new. I think he's going to be put back onto the grid automatically there, but it's just showing that these conditions are already tricky for this grand finale of Season 10. It's the season finale of the Platinum class. It's round 16. We're here in Mexico for the last time, but I'm sure it's going to be a very, very exciting race here today. So everybody get ready. We're waiting for the lights to come on in just a moment. So GTR Lion is still stuck there back in the stadium section right after corner 14. And the grid is not going anywhere. Let's give it another second. Hopefully they will get reset, or GTR will get reset to track. He is reset to track, but he's not moving anywhere. This is very, very weird. And as we were talking about, you know, Codemaster glitches once in a while, we get another one today. Alright, so yeah, hang in with us, guys. We'll give it a couple more minutes here to see what's gonna happen. GTR Lion just said he's stuck. He can't move, he can't do anything. Oh no, this is horrible. Okay, well, this is another new glitch that we've had this season, and all of a sudden we've had a, is it a restart? I'm not sure what just happened. Motor, can you still hear me there? Oh, there we go. Yeah. That was a weird one. Is that the start of the race? It is the start of the race, and Secret gets a really nice start, and he breaks away into second position already. Tasmanian Devil, his teammate, sitting right on the tail. Mebby right there with them as well, diving down the inside into turn 1 is Mebby for third position. Secret and Kersey are battling for the lead here, going through turn 2 and 3. Oh, there's now contact between Secret and Tasmanian Devil and Mebby. They all get tied up, and through go about 6 or 7 different cars. Seafreeze is going through on them as well. What a start. This is absolutely crazy, and of course, because of that little start glitch that happened right before it, we sort of had to jump into it right away, so it was even more exciting.
Yeah, it was great. That was a really weird, it just went to a black screen, but yeah, looks like Sequid kind of got caught up with was it Mick Marcodi and Kaz, and I don't know if he has, I don't think he has wing damage, but yeah, he lost out a lot. Looks like Kersey can run away with it.
And now Secret is trying to make a move on 007 to try and gain some positions back, and there he goes up into 5th place. We're watching from on board from Tasmanian Devil, who lost all those positions right at the start there together with Secret and with Mebby. They all got tied up together, but through went Kersey, and now look at this. Secret and 007 battling again. More contact between the two of them. Secret getting pushed out a little bit wide. Flip-flop fish, they're almost hitting the wall on the last corner. 007 getting very close to the wall as well. It's very, very wiggly on the exit of the last corner onto the straight, but Secret gets a better exit, and he's running onto 007 now. He's going around the outside. Let's see if he can make this one stick before they make it into turn 1. 007 breaks ahead a little bit now as they come into the braking zone. Let's see how this is going to work out. Oh, and a little bit more contact. 007 runs a little bit wide there, and now Tasmanian Devil is going around his outside into turn 3. Secret goes through for 6th. Tasmanian goes through for 7th. And 007, even though he's showing that he's in 2nd or in 1st place, he's actually in 8th right now.
Yeah, that was looks like 007's kind of struggling. I don't know if he has a broken wing or not, but Mercedes got through, and just I don't know. This is very weird to me. I don't really like seeing Mexico in the rain. It just doesn't look right, but it's probably fun to drive, but especially through the S section. I still think it's gonna cause a safety car.
Oh, absolutely. I think we're definitely going to have one, because even as careful as everyone is being through these wiggly corners in the second sector. I'm sure it's going to catch somebody out. It's just such a hard sector of corners. They come at you in such a quick sequence as well. You just have to do your best to stick together. And in these conditions in Mexico, this is going to be one heck of a race. A lot of people are going wide and getting bad exits out of corners already. Hopefully it clears up with the weather towards the end of the race. I'm sure that would really be exciting as well. But now I'm watching as Mebby here is trying to catch the car out of the last corner, getting a bad exit, and Seafreeze is pulling away. But out in the lead, it's Kersey, the champion of Season 10, and KGB Black Angel following close behind, FYKV in third. So those guys made up all of those positions just due to that main incident of the three cars at the start of the race between Tasmanian, Mebby, and and Sequid. Yeah, so the three of them got tied up together, and through went KGB Black Angel, Fike, and Flip Flop Fish. KGB gained 3 positions, Fike gained 4 positions, and Flip Flop Fish gained 2 positions right at the start of the race. So it's quite exciting already here in Mexico for the season finale of Season 10 in Platinum class. But Kersey still out there in the lead, and now Sequid is making some headway on all of the other positions here. He's starting to close up on Flip Flop Fish, who goes wide now at the exit of turn 11, and Sequist put in the fastest second sector of the race so far, so he's doing quite well on these intermediates. Flip Flop Fish goes wide again and then comes back and almost blocks Sequid, but Sequid still makes the move here. Flip Flop Fish is coming back at him, and they're going into the last corner now side by side. There's a little bit of touching. Sequid goes a little bit wider there, but they're going to be coming out of the corner, and Sequid is going to be through for 4th place.
Yeah, that was a good move by Sequid. Good job by the drivers to give enough space for each other. I just wanted to say, the one who really lost out from that's Mebby. He's lost 6 positions. Looks like Taz is going to go for a move. Oh no, excuse me, that was Flip Flop Fish.
But Taz does go for a move now on Flip Flop Fish. Around the outside of turn 2, thinks about it, doesn't really make it stick, had to back away, and drops back into 6th place once again. But that was a very good attempt of a move, but now he's got another chance. Is he going to make it there into turn 4? Not quite. Again, Flip Flop Fish doing a pretty good job of defending P5 at this moment in time.
Yeah, Flip Flop Fish doing a good job defending. I think Taz has got the pace. I feel like Flip Flop Fish is kind of struggling right now. I don't know if his tires are overheating or what's happening, but I feel like he's struggling right now, and that's why everyone's getting by him as he goes wide. Yeah, he's definitely, I think his tires are overheated. He's really going wide and struggling. Just feels like he probably has no grip on the intermediates.
A really good exit there from Tasmanian Devil. Is he going to make a move into turn 12? He thinks about going around the outside. Flip Flop Fish, though, goes wide and pretty much leaves no space there for Tasmanian Devil. Now for the switch back into the next chicane. Not quite going to work there. Now into the last corner. Flip Flop Fish, is he going to go wide? He does a little bit. And Tasmanian Devil does get a pretty good exit, but doesn't really get too good of an exit there to try and make a move on Flip Flop Fish. He does have the slipstream right behind him now. We're going to stick on board and let's see what's going to happen here. Is he going to go outside, inside? What is he going to do here? Flip Flop Fish defends to the inside. Around the outside goes Tasmanian Devil. Let's see if he's going to outbrake his opponent here into turn 1. Not quite. Flip Flop Fish still there. They're still side by side into 2 and 3. Flip Flop Fish now a little bit behind and up into 5th place. Goes Tasmanian Devil. Flip Flop Fish gets a little bit of contact, spins out onto the grass. Now he's down to 10th.
Yeah, I think he caught the curb there. I didn't see any contact from my view. I just think he caught the curb. Maybe not giving enough space there. Well, stewards will probably look at that. I don't think Taz intended on doing that, but yeah, it just looks like Flip Flop Fish got a little bit too much of the curb.
I mean, it's super tricky even going side by side in these sort of conditions around here. It's such a tough track altogether. So yeah, I mean, it's anything could have happened there. I think there was a tiny little touch, but it wasn't really due to Tasmanian blocking or doing anything. I think it was just, you know, running a little bit wider on the entry of that corner for Flip Flop Fish, and then making a tiny bit of contact with the back of Tasmanian's car, and that's what spun him out there. But we're now on lap 5 of 36. We're still under intermediate conditions. It doesn't look like it's raining too hard out there, but it's still raining. so we're not seeing any signs of clearing up just yet, but it is a nice and long race, 36 laps, so we still got 30 laps to go, and yeah, I have a feeling it might clear up maybe towards the last, 10 or 15 laps or so, and that would be super exciting for our last race in this season, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. I think having it go clear is really gonna show who has the real pace. I mean, you can obviously tell who has the pace in the rain, but the real test is who's gonna have the pace if it gets clear. If the Sequit goes the fastest first sector, if the weather gets clear and dry, who has the pace? And I think Sequit honestly has the pace in the dry and the wet, but I think you never know. I mean, someone from the back like TCR or Professional or Seafreeze even, you could see those guys possibly come up through the field if it gets dry.
Sequit on the back of Fike, just not giving him any breathing room at all. He's trying to do everything he can to try get ahead of him, and look into the braking zone, out-braking him so much, but out-braking him too much, going wide now. Is Fike gonna come back at him? He's side by side, sort of side by side, but not quite enough room there to make a move back at Sequit. So Sequit is through for the podium positions for third place, but that was a little bit of a too late on the brakes there, and Fike is gonna have a run at him here, but doesn't get a good exit out of the last corner. So Sequit keeps his third place for now. KGB Black Angel is now starting to close up onto Kersey in the last couple of laps. The gap was over 1.8 seconds. It's now down to just 1 second. I'm not sure if Kersey had a moment or if Black Angel is starting to find some more pace in his tires, but it's getting closer between those two.
Yeah, KGB Black Angel, I think he's really good at this track. If I remember last season, I don't know where he finished, but I just remember him being really fast here for some reason. But yeah, he is catching up to Kersey. I think Kersey's better through the first and second sector, and I think KGB is really gaining all of his time in the third sector. But yeah, I think he is quicker. Maybe Kersey is getting a little bit, his tires are getting a little bit hot, maybe. I mean, I think I remember what KGB is good at is keeping his tires at good temperature. That's always something to be good. You can stretch your tires a little bit longer into the race. But did it stop raining? I think it did.
Yeah, it does look like it's summer. Oh, somebody just went super wide there. That was Seafreeze. He looked like he was going straight into the wall, but managed to get it back on the track. But that was super, super wide and very dangerous from Seafreeze. So around this track, in my own experience, you got to wait for about a lap and a half before you can start thinking about fitting on the dry tires. So I think the likes of Kersey, Black Angel, Sequid, and Fike, and even Tasmanian Devil might be able to pit at the end of this lap to try and fit on some dry tires if the spray gets a little bit cleared up by the rest of the field. We haven't had any DNFs yet, so we have all 15 cars on track, so the spray should clear up pretty quickly.
Yeah, it should, and I think that's going to make for an interesting strategy call for a lot of these guys. I think it's definitely going to be hard tires to the end of the race, unless, obviously pending a safety car, if there ever is one, but it looks like Secret really has the pace. He's really catching up to the KGB Black Angel. And KGB's kind of been keeping about a 1.3, 1.2 second gap, and it goes down in the third sector to like 9/10. So I mean, he's really keeping good pace with Kersey, and I think it's going to be really close between these top three in the race. Whoa! KGB got a little loose there, but saved it. That was a really good save.
Wow, yeah, we just caught it on stream there as well. He really had that back dancing all over the place, but he managed to keep it together. Very nicely done from KGB Black Angel. So I'm still seeing a lot of spray on the track. I'm not sure if these guys are going to dive into the pits just yet. Let's take a look. It looks like they're all continuing on for another lap. So like I said, in this on this track, it does take a little bit of a while to really clear up that spray. And now here comes Sequid on KGB Black Angel, overtaking him for second place with these slowly drying conditions now on the intermediate tires. Yeah, this is exactly that moment that I was talking about, that transition moment when it's not quite dry enough, but it's not wet enough for these tires either. So you gotta really keep it on that sort of sweet point of not heating up the tires too much and not burning them out, but also getting enough grip out of them, and you got to change your braking points. You got to really accelerate super smoothly. So these guys are doing a great job so far. I really got to give it to them, but I'm really thinking they're going to be diving into the pits maybe this lap or maybe the next one. I'm waiting for that message to come up that DRS is going to be enabled.
Yeah, it's gonna be the next lap or two, I think. And I do think I would be surprised if they dove in this lap. There's still a little bit. I think there's enough spray on track for them to stay out at least another lap. But I think Sequitz really has the pace in the rain, and who knows who's going to have the pace in the wet or in the dry. I think Kersey had it in the dry, but you never know. Sequitz could have it too, depending on the tire that they each choose. But I'm suspecting they go on to hard. They went on anything. Whoa! As Kersey lost it out of the final corner. I think that kind of tells you that these conditions are almost done, and the track's getting pretty dry, and they're pretty much on the wrong set of tires right now.
Who's gonna be the first one to make that dive? It's Tasmanian Devil, but he's going for another set of intermediates. Ooh, that is probably gonna hurt him a lot. I mean, we're probably gonna be switching onto the slicks in maybe a lap or two, so he might be... I'm not sure exactly if that was a mistake, if he just forgot to change his pit strategy and he was supposed to go on the slicks, but this is putting him right to the back of the grid on a brand new set of intermediate tires, and right as the track is drying up and right as Sequit is making a move here on Kersey through the double right-hander here into the second sector. They are very close together now. They are within 0.4 of a second. They were down to about 0.2 of a second here just a moment ago. They're still out there on those intermediate tires, but you can see by how much throttle they're applying and what gear they're in right now that it is super slidey on these tires around this track in these conditions.
Yeah, it is, and that was surprising for Tasmanian. I really think that he chose the wrong tire there. Maybe Jeff came up with an additional strategy and he chose the wrong tire. Jeff's kind of dumb sometimes, and maybe he chose the wrong tire. So yeah, it looks like they're not going to be diving in this lap. Possibly lap 11. There's still a decent amount of spray, but yeah, it does look like there is a dry line coming up on the front straight.
Is Sequit gonna be close enough into turn one? He's closing up very quickly. He's gonna go around the outside, but Kersey defends that position, making a move back into the middle of the track there and keeping the lead of the race so far. But Kersey is just doing everything he can to just keep it on track on the exits of the corners. And here comes Sequit again. He's using all of his overtake. He's down to 2% here into turn 4. Not gonna happen on that occasion. I really think Sequit is just burning out his tires and his battery too much right now. I would just be saving up everything, sticking behind Kersey as close as possible, waiting until that transition period, then slap on some brand new tires, some dries, and then just, you know, put the attack on when you need it. Oh, it's Sequit almost losing the car there through the wiggly section now, losing some time back to Kersey. He touched the curb there just a little bit as he was turning, and the back of the car just wanted to go on him.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed is KGB Black Angel also pit for a new set of intermediates. I don't know if that's a glitch or not, but yeah, I did notice he did pit from third place and put on intermediates again. So I wonder if the rain isn't going to stop. I wonder if it's going to start raining again in a lap or so. You never know. I mean, that's very two things you don't really see a lot is guys put on intermediates as the strategy comes up and says medium or hard to the end.
I'll tell you what though, DRS is still disabled. Everyone, Fike is now into the pits. He's gonna go for the medium tire, so he's the first one to put on a a dry tire. 007 looks like is also into the pits, and so is Flip Flop Fish. So a few takers of the dry tires are with us now. Sequit is still putting on pressure on Kersey on lap 12. Are they gonna dive into the pits for some slick tires as well?
Yeah, I believe they will this lap. It's weird to me. The spray, it still seems like there's a good amount of spray on track, but there is a dry line for me. You can see it through where Sequit and Kersey are going right now. But yeah, I think they're definitely going to pit because they have a really good gap to Mebby. They have about a 15-second gap to Mebby, so I think they'll drop into the pits and try not to lose as many positions. Because if everyone else behind them pits, then they'll get some open air, and no one will really be near them. So I think it's going to be a good battle for these two up front.
We're watching it going on right now. They've been together for a couple of laps now. They've been very close to each other. Sequit and Kersey. Sequit seems to be a little bit quicker through most of the laps, but they're still continuing on for another lap. This is absolutely incredible. I honestly can't believe it. This might hurt them because Mebby is only 15 seconds behind. Fike, how is he doing on those medium tires? Is he making it through the lap okay? Is he posting any sort of purple sectors? Not quite yet. So maybe they are doing the right thing. Maybe staying out there for another lap is the smarter thing. But here comes Seafreeze and Chatty Duck into the pits. What sort of tires are they going to put on? So Seafreeze is going for another set of intermediates. Again, another driving doing that as well. So I honestly don't even know what to say right now. Chatty Duck also putting another set of intermediates. If it starts raining again in the next few minutes, that would be an absolutely incredible race. I don't think I've ever seen that where it was raining, went sort of dry, and then started raining again in a Formula 1 race before.
Well, yeah, I think the main thing that these guys are looking at is...
Oh, there goes Sequit! Sequit spinning out! He hit the wall! I'm so sorry to interrupt. He was right on the exit of turn 8. He just caught the inside curb on the exit there, or on the entry into the corner, and also probably some dirty air behind Kersey, and spun out. Now he's missing a big chunk of his front wing. Here comes Mebby for second place, and wow, that is going to be very upsetting for Sequit.
Yeah, that is going to be upsetting. I didn't even get to see it. I was focusing on another battle, but yeah, that's unfortunate for him, and I think he's going to pit. And it'll be interesting to see what tire he puts on, as he's just kind of cutting the corner to get out of everyone's way and gets a penalty. But I mean, kind of had to do that. I mean, he's going real slow.
Yeah, he's getting right in the way of Mick Marcotti there as well. I'm sure he's not going to be happy about that. Mick Marcotti now is advancing into fourth as Sequit and Stanley both pit. And what sort of tires are they going to put on? Mr. Joshua pits as well. So Stanley is going to go for a medium. Joshua or Sequit is going to go for a soft. And Joshua, what is he going to do? He's going to go for a medium tire as well. So now we've got a few more takers of those slick tires. But Kersey is now 17.2 seconds clear of Mebby, still running on those intermediate tires. What a mix of strategies. What a bunch of drama we're having right now. It's so unexpected. With Sequit spinning out there, breaking his front wing, it really gave Kersey such a huge break.
Yeah, it did. I was just watching Kersey feathering the throttle through the S section. He wasn't really putting a ton of power down, only about half throttle, and I think he's going to pit this lap. It looks like the rain is pretty much gone. It's weird. There was no... did you see a DRS thing come up and say there was no DRS has been enabled? Because I haven't yet.
No, not yet.
And there's really no spraying. I think he's pitting at the perfect time. I think that we're going to get the DRS signal in a second here.
Tasmanian Devil down the inside on Mick Marcotti and up into fourth place. Very nice move there into turn 12.
Yeah, it is. It's Kersey. Yep, he's doing the hard strategy. I think that's the best call right now to make it to the end.
He could have possibly even made it, honestly, on mediums, I think, from this point. He made it all the way up into lap 15, which is very nice. So you would have only had to do 17 laps on the mediums, but he's going to come out now, it looks like, in second place. But here comes Tasmanian Devil. He's going to be right side by side as they go into turn 1. Tasmanian diving down the inside. Oh, and there's going to be a touch. There's going to be some contact there between Kersey and Tasmanian, but Tasmanian Devil still goes through for second place. But that was a big heap of contact.
Yeah, and I'm just noticing here the two guys on intermediates that pitted for new intermediates are the two guys that are out 1-2 right now. So I'm wondering if they did the right strategy, as we still haven't gotten a call for DRS yet, as maybe it is going to rain again. That just has me wondering and thinking I think it is going to rain again, because we haven't gotten a DRS. Oh, now there it goes as soon as I say it. So I think Kersey definitely made the right call, and now I'm going to switch to what I was going to say and say that these guys are in first and second are going to get another pit stop, and honestly they're probably in a good position because everyone else behind them is going to have to pit too. So
And do they pit on this lap right now as KGB Black Angel, who's currently inherited the lead of this race, and Tasmanian Devil in second, are just about to enter into the stadium section here. And then right at the exit of it, you've got the entry to the pit lane. So let's see here. KGB Black Angel, he is trying to make it in there. No, he's continuing on for another lap. Let's see what Tasmanian Devil, he is going to be coming in. So KGB Black Angel continuing on, Tasmanian Devil coming in. Kersey is 4 seconds behind, 3 seconds behind. He's closing in fast.
Yeah, he is, and I just noticed Taz put on some softs.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how those are going to be able to make it to the end of the race, but I still honestly think it's going to rain again, because, I mean, we've seen Sequit and Taz do it to where they put on softs, and maybe there's something else could happen. Maybe they're going just for a two-stop. I mean, you never know. Trying to gain a little bit of time on softs. Seafreeze gets by. Taz goes up into third. He's still on intermediates.
Nice battle here between Stanley and Sequit. And Sequit is up into 6th place. Stanley couldn't gain that position. It looks like there's a couple of penalties hanging on to Sequit and Stanley. Let's take a look at that. So Sequit has 8 seconds of penalties, and Stanley has 5. So that must have been a speeding into the pit lane entry. But look at that. KGB Black Angel is now actually pulling out time on Kersey on those slick tires. He's now 8.4 seconds ahead. I have no idea what's going on with the track conditions right now. Honestly, this is very confusing.
Yeah, it really is. I feel like some parts of the track are wet and some parts of the track are dry. It's hard to tell. But yeah, I mean, KGB Black Angel is really still pulling out a decent gap. He gets caught in the third sector, I feel like, by a good amount. But, I mean, down the straights, he's doing pretty good. I think this is going to be an interesting ending, and I'm interested to see if Seabreeze is going to pit this lap. And he doesn't. He stays out too. Wow.
Yeah, and so did KGB Black Angel. Is continuing on for another one.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's really interesting to see. The track, it doesn't look wet to me. It doesn't look like there's any spray as Sequit sets the fastest lap, and I think that just goes to show you right there if the track is dry.
All right, so we're watching one of the most, most unique Grand Prix I've ever seen in sim racing, with the track conditions being very confusing right now. Here comes Tasmanian Devil on Seafreeze on the dry tire. So I think now the dry tire is finally starting to become the best tire to be on the track. So I would really hope that Seafreeze and KGB Black Angel get off it. But like Motor is saying, we might not know this because, of course, we don't get a weather forecast, which would be really nice. Please, Codemasters, for the next game, please give us a weather forecast for the spectators. That would be absolutely great. Or a commentator mode would be even better, where we can get additional information that's not shown on the stream, but we can possibly get it, or something else like that. It would be absolutely incredible. But right now, it could be more rain coming. And actually, there goes KGB Black Angel into the pits. So I don't think there's more rain coming. I think this is it. Kersey is going to re-inherit the lead of the race again on the hard tire. He's definitely going until the end. Tasmanian Devil is going to take second place right now if he can catch up in time. And he's on the soft, so we don't know if he's going to stay out there for the whole race or if he's going to have to make another pit stop as well. Here he comes in second place. KGB Black Angel comes out in third, but Sequit is coming up right behind him here, trying to catch some tow. Let's see if KGB Black Angel is going to be able to hold on to third place as they come into turn one. Down the inside goes Sequit. Massive, massive dive bomb, but he makes it stick very cleanly. Makes it work on those brakes. Wow, what a move from Sequit.
That was a really, really good move. I wasn't really expecting him to make it, but I did kind of see KGB go a little bit wide, so I think that kind of tells you that he might let him by because they're on two totally different strategies, I think, as far as we know. Sequit's not going to be able to go to the end. He's already on 3-lap old, almost 4-lap old softs. Those definitely, I don't think, if he takes those to the end, that's like the greatest thing in F1 I've ever seen. Go like 20 laps plus on softs, but I don't think he's going to do it. I think he's just trying to gain as much time as he can from spinning out, and I think he's going to end up pitting for mediums at some point. Probably the next, let's say, 5 laps.
Yeah, it's been one hell of a race so far. This weather definitely threw in some spice and made this race completely unpredictable. The tire compound game there was was really, really interesting, with some people being able to hold on to those intermediate tires for quite a while, even when it was sort of looking dry. It's really not looking sunny on track right now either. It's looking like it's gray and gloomy, so who knows, we might still get that rain, and if we do, that's going to be an absolutely incredible Grand Prix overall from start to finish. Here comes Stanley. Is he going to be close enough on Mebby? Not quite. Here comes Flip-Flop Fish on 007. He does have the DRS right now. He's not using his overtake. There you go. Now he's using his overtake, and he's going to go round the outside into turn 1. Is he going to make it stick? No, 007 is going to defend with the braking, and now it's a three-way battle there with the Haas joining up as well. Oh my goodness, 007 making contact with Flip-Flop Fish. He spins out right on the exit of turn 1 there. That is unfortunate for him.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. That was a log jam of cars right there. That was about 4 cars trying to get into a corner that can fit 1 and barely 2. I mean, that was insanely close, and unfortunately TCR kind of got, 007 kind of got the bad end of the stick there, but yeah, it looks like Chatty Duck and Flip-Flop Fish are still going to be able to battle it out.
Yeah, so that was absolutely crazy there. It did look like a 3 or 4-way battle between both of the Haas's, 007 and Seafreeze. So very, very crazy times here as we are now on lap 20 of 36. It looks like the conditions are now good enough for these dry tires. We still have the DRS enabled. We don't see any rain, but as I said, the starting of this Grand Prix was very, very sudden, especially with that weird glitch that we had with GTR spitting out as well. But this is it. This is round 16 of 16 in Season 10 in Platinum class and in all of TCR Season 10. It's the grand finale, and so far the champion of Season 10 in Platinum class, Kersey, is still out there in the lead with Tasmanian Devil in second, about half a second behind him. He's actually starting to close up a lot of time behind him as they're coming into this S section in the second sector of the track. Sequid in third right now, and also closing up some time. Ooh, Tasmanian Devil just said the fastest second sector in the race. KGB Black Angel in fourth. Mebby's currently in fifth. Stanley is in sixth. Mick Marcodi is in seventh. Joshua in eighth. GTR Lion in ninth. Chatty Duck is holding on to the last position, last point paying position here in 10th place. Seafreeze in 11th. Flip-Flop Fish in 12th. 007 13th. Fike in 14th, and W is running last in this race as Tasmanian Devil with the DRS on the start-finish straight is now going round the outside of Kersey and taking the lead of this Grand Prix on lap 21.
Yeah, that was a really good move from Taz there. I think Kersey made the right call to stay on hards. He's running his own race. He's got about an 8.5 second gap to Sequit, and I think he's in a really good prime position to win this race, and because Taz is definitely going to have to pit, and I believe Sequid is too. I think KGB Black Angel, Mebby, Flip-Flop, W, all the guys on hards are going to have an advantage, and I think the guys on mediums can make it to the end. Their tires are just not going to be as good, but I do believe they can make it.
There's a little battle going on here for 7th place between Mick Marcodi and Mr. Joshua. Mr. Joshua going around the inside into turn 4. They make a tiny little bit of touching there. Oh, Mick Marcodi thought about going for the switchback, but almost ran right into the back of the car of Mr. Joshua, but managed to catch the car right in time. Now he's going to be under pressure from GTR Lion, who's closing up very, very quickly behind them. So it looks like most of the battles that we're having right now are towards sort of 10th and 7th and 8th place right now, and out in the lead is Tasmanian Devil now by 2.7 seconds on Kersey already, but he is gonna have to make another stop. There's no way he's making it until the end of this race on those soft tires, so I think Kersey is still gonna retake this lead of this race before we're done here tonight.
Yeah, I think he is. I just think he made the right strategy call from staying out. I mean, I still think it was weird seeing a couple of those guys go back on the intermediates for a second time. I think that really, unfortunately, I think it really messed up their races. But in the same time, it kind of worked. I believe we saw KGB do it.
Yeah, he was the longest running one. He ran with until like lap 13 or 14 or something like that before he switched over to the dries. It did sort of work out for him. Place he will gain possibly 2 more positions if he stays close enough to Sequid and Tasmanian Devil when they make their pit stops. So he might still be on the podium. I'm actually going to say he will be on the podium here tonight if he makes it till the end of the race. So yeah, that definitely worked out for him, but it was very weird. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I've never seen that either. And I noticed that, you know, he's also made 2 stops. So he and Taz. So I think they were the 2 that went out on. They started on inters, went back to inters for a second time, and then went on to. As there's a yellow flag, and that's a Haas. It's like flip flop maybe. He got turned. Oh yeah, I think he did. He must have hit the wall. He's got some wing damage. That's unfortunate. Yeah, as I was saying, he made an extra stop, and it's paid off. Honestly, it has paid off. So.
Here comes Seafreeze on Chatty Duck for 10th place to take 1 point out of this race. Let's see if he can make this one stick. Chatty Duck defends the inside. Seafreeze thinks about going for a switchback. Doesn't really make it work on that one. And Chatty Duck keeps 10th place for now.
Yeah, good. I think Seafreeze is... I don't think Seafreeze likes this track, to be completely honest. He's been struggling all race and even in qualifying. So maybe just in practice, or maybe he... struggling. I think he's not having a very good race, but it is the last race of the season and his last race for a little while, so I mean I think his goal is just to score points. So.
Yeah, I was really hoping to talk to him tonight on the podium, but right now he is trying to just get some points out of this race. But I mean, yeah, we all lot to this guy, Seafreeze. He's done a lot for this league, more than pretty much anyone else that we can imagine. But there's so many people that work on this league, and again, huge thank you to all of the officials, all of the drivers, all the commentators, all the stewards, and everyone else who works for this league and makes this league work every single week. We've had 16 rounds of incredible racing. It's worked flawlessly every single week. We've run into some issues with the game, but we've never had any issues with, you know, organizing or anything else like that. And this is my second season in TCR, and I gotta say, out of all the leagues I've ever raced on any of the F1 games, honestly, this has been the best organized and the best well put together sort of league that I've ever been in. It's a huge pleasure. It's a huge honor to be here. I've been really honored to, you know, do a lot of commentary and be involved with the league in a lot of different areas. So it's been such a joy. I've enjoyed every moment of this season, and we're not done yet. We still got 11 laps to go here tonight.
Yeah, there still is 11 laps to go. I just want to say too, you know, Seafreeze has done so much for this league. Obviously, he created it, and he's put so much time and effort into it. So many people have. I mean, Blin, commentary, obviously, everyone appreciates it. You've done a great job the whole season, and I think that there's a lot of people that aren't talked about behind the scenes that make this thing happen. It's great to be here. It's great. I'm so happy to be here. I've been here for a while. I think this is I want to say 4th season. I don't know, I've been in and out so many times, I don't even know, but I mean, it's an honor, and I'm really excited to hopefully come back next season and commentate Platinum and race next season.
Absolutely. I hope to see you again very, very soon. Yeah, racing and commentating as well. It's been an absolute pleasure commentating with you and with all of the other commentators. And if any of the drivers or any of the viewers watching right now, if you guys want to race or if you want to commentate, again, as I've said, check out the link in the description to our website. You can find all of the information there. You can fill out a form to race, or you can join our Discord if you guys want to do commentary with us. We're very welcoming. We're very open. We are always welcoming new commentators and new drivers on board, so don't be afraid to join up. But yeah, back to the action here tonight. Chatty Duck is closing up to the back of GTR Lion. Sequid has pitted, so that's promoted KGB Black Angel into 3rd place right now. Tasmanian Devil has not pitted yet, but he's 10.3 seconds ahead of Kersey, which is quite a gap.
Yeah, and I honestly think, I don't know how long a pit stop here is, but if he can make it on softs, that's unbelievable. And honestly, with like 10 laps to go, I think he has a chance. I mean, I really do. He's just gonna have to conserve, conserve, conserve. He's still pulling out a gap though, which is crazy. I don't know how. But that's another thing Codemasters needs to add. How worn people's tires are. That's another thing. But yeah, he's definitely pulling the gap still, and that must mean his tires are in good enough condition. And I honestly think he'll make it to the end of the race. He might be in puncture territory, but I don't think Taz really cares. As he pits, wow, right as I say it, he is pitting. That's crazy.
And there's a three-way battle there going on with Seafreeze, Sequid, and Chatty Duck. Sequid makes one position up on Chatty Duck into 8th place, and Chatty Duck is a little wiggly there through the S section. Now Seafreeze is up into 7th, but he's coming under attack from Sequid from behind. Tasmanian Devil is into the pits. He's gonna fit on the set of soft tires. Oh, touching there between Seafreeze and Sequid. Sequid is literally pushing Seafreeze around here. He's on a brand new set of medium tires, so he's definitely a little bit quicker than Seafreeze's older mediums, but you still gotta make your move nice and clean. He's gonna get a good exit here, and even before they get into the DRS zone, Sequid is ahead of Seafreeze for 7th place. He's gonna be trying to make up some positions as quickly as possible. He wants to get up as high as he can, Sequid, so we'll watch what he can do later on. But now Tasmanian Devil on that brand new set of soft tires with another, 9 laps to go here. He can definitely close up to definitely KGB, because he's only about 9/10 of a second behind him. But do you think he can close up the gap to Kersey?
Yeah, I honestly think he can. I mean, he was going pretty fast on an older set of softs, and he's got to gain about a second a lap just to get to him. I'd say a second and a half just to, get to him by the end of the race. And yeah, I honestly do think he's going to do it. I think he has a really good chance at least of doing it.
And here comes Tasmanian Devil. He's creeping up on KGB Black Angel slowly but surely as they're now coming on to the start-finish straight on lap 28. Here comes Tasmanian Devil. KGB is going to defend to the inside, but round the outside goes Tasmanian Devil, and there was a little bit of a scary moment there. KGB Black Angel almost touched with Tasmanian Devil, but he makes it cleanly through up into 2nd place. 7.5 seconds to go to Kersey in 1st.
Yeah, he's really gaining a lot of time to Kersey. Just through that one sector, he gained about 8/10. So I think he's definitely going to get him. It's just a matter of time.
Alright, and watching now Seafreeze in a battle with GTR Lion here. He's closing up to him very quickly. Joshua is making a move on Stanley. They're going to be side by side through turns 2 and 3. They're still side by side here, but Stanley keeps 8th place for now. Mr. Joshua is going to have to try and make another move. He does have DRS into turn 4, but he's not close enough.
Yeah, he's not close enough yet. And I really think these guys on these softs are flying. I mean, Stanley is 12 seconds back. I don't think he has enough time to get to Seafreeze. As Tasmanian Devil sets the fastest lap, and that just goes to show you he gained 2.5 seconds that lap. That's unbelievable. Wow. So he's definitely going to catch him. I mean, he's really flying. He's already put a 2.5 second gap to KGB, and yeah, he's pitted what 3 times I think this race. Yes, or no. Yeah, he has pitted 3 times this race. Imagine pitting 3 times and you're 5 seconds back from the leader with, 7 laps to go. That's unbelievable, and really a good strategy from him. He really nailed it.
Yeah, that reminds me of Germany. Was it 2018 when Max Verstappen won the race after making, 5 stops and had a spin on track?
Yeah. It's crazy. F1's a sport, at least on a video game where, anyone can win, anything can happen. And I mean, even in real life, anything can happen, as you saw in real life, Pierre Gasly and even Sergio Perez winning this year. So that's always cool to see. You always like to see the underdogs win. Top team, like seeing Lewis Hamilton win is just so boring to me. It's just boring because he wins all the time. He's won.
Yeah,
like seven championships, I think it is.
Yeah, 7 championships, most wins in history, most consecutive race starts in history, most pole positions. He just has every possible record. I mean, you got to give it to the guy. nobody else in Formula One has been able to do that, and he's made the right moves into the right teams at the right time. He practices like nobody else, and he trains like nobody else does. But at the end of the day, I know exactly what you mean. It's no fun to watch the exact same person win all the time. But I do feel like we're just the new generation of Formula One. A lot of people in the previous generation of Formula One were saying, oh, it's no fun to watch Schumacher win all the time, and he's got 7 championships, and he's got the most wins and everything else. So I feel like there's always going to be that one driver that excels beyond everyone else. But there's definitely a lot that Formula One can do to equal out the rest of the field, to make it more entertaining to watch, and also more open to everybody to have a chance at winning, not just having the biggest budget. I think 2022 with the new cars, with the new regulations, I can't wait until that comes in.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool to see. I can't wait either. I'd love to see a team, a struggling team like Williams, get back up to the front. It's sad to watch them, Claire Williams left, and I think she just, to be honest, I don't think she had any idea what she was doing. I mean, yeah, it would be really cool to see a team like Williams and get back up to the front, and even Haas, they're the only American team, so I think I'd love to see them, get up to the front, get a podium, get a win.
Yeah, I gotta give it to McLaren this year. Absolutely incredible performance from them. Just to think that, 3 or 4 years ago, these guys were right at the back of the field, lucky if they can score a single point in, the whole season. GP2 engine, like Fernando Alonso called it. And then 3-4 years later, these guys are in 3rd in the Constructors' Championship, getting consistent points, double point scores in every race pretty much, getting podiums. Every other racers are they've done an incredible job. But speaking of an incredible job, Tasmanian Devil is closing up right to the back of Kersey on the start-finish straight on lap 32. He's gonna go for the move round the outside before they even make it into turn 1. Tasmanian Devil takes the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix here tonight.
Yeah, that was a good move. Again, I just have to say it again, great strategy. Great strategy. He knew what he was doing. I mean, you don't see a 3-stop race very often, especially a 3-stop race winning. It's not over yet. It's not over till it's over, but I really do think he's got this in the bag. He's flying, and Kersey did a really good job. He also made a good strategy call, but it just wasn't the right one, as the hards are just not as competitive. They're not as fast. They're made to last longer.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could have been anybody's race here today. I was not expecting Tasmanian Devil to make that strategy work, but clearly it worked beautifully for him. He's now over a second ahead of Kersey, just right after overtaking him, and we're now on lap 32 of 36, so only 4 more laps to go. You would really think if Tasmanian Devil can keep it all together and tidy until the end of this race, it's nobody else's but his to win tonight.
Yeah, and I props to him, man. It was a great strategy, and I'm sure, people are going to look back at this race and say, what was this? It was honestly probably the weirdest, weather race we've seen. The rain, it was like, as you said, you don't like the transition point, and that was a really long transition point where, you even saw some guys come in to fit mediums, or not mediums, intermediates again, and it wasn't even raining. It was still just, the track was just wet, then the DRS signal wasn't given. But yeah, it's been a crazy season, crazy race, and it's honestly sad to see it end. It, like you said earlier, it did really fly by. I mean, 16 races is a pretty long schedule for people, and it's good to see that we still have 15 out of 20 people showing up every race.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been an incredible season. I've had the chance to commentate on both gold and platinum class quite consistently, and the level of racing that I've seen is just absolutely amazing. And you really feel it because, I get to race in silver class on Tuesday, and I'm like, oh my god, that was a hard race, and maybe I'll score a few points and I'll be really happy with that, and then I come in to commentate for golden, and I see these guys just in qualifying pulling like half a second on our times in qualifying in silver. I'm like, how do these guys do it? This just incredible racing. And then you go into platinum and you see all of those guys, you know, doing it with no assists, no line, no nothing, putting in incredibly quick times, way quicker than everybody else in the other two classes, and managing to keep the car on track for the whole race. It's just incredible to watch, and just props to all of our drivers in all of the three classes. You guys have done an amazing job. You guys have put on an amazing show for us this season. Yeah, massive thank you to all of the drivers, Motor, yourself included as well.
Yeah, thank you. I had a lot of fun in silver class. It was a really fun season for me. It was fun to get back into the full season swing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make the last race at Mexico, but throughout the rest of the season, I had a lot of fun battling with everyone in silver class. And I think silver class is very quick. There's some very quick guys in there who can definitely make the leap to platinum, and maybe even or gold, and maybe even platinum. I mean, we saw guys like Bamboo and Paz. I mean, they're quick, and you know, they can just turn off those assists, and I don't know, I think they might even run with no assists. Whoa, as Taz got a little bit loose there, but saved it. But yeah, I think that they can really make the jump right to platinum.
Yeah.
Just how quick they are.
Well, even this season, we had a lot of people that made it into platinum from other classes. We had Failed UX, Flip Flop Fish, and W, and Fike, all coming over from Golden class. KGB Black Angel and Nailsy Baby came over from Silver. So we had quite a few different people making the jump, making the leap into the next category, into the next class. And yeah, it's exactly what you want to see, some sort of progression. It also gives drivers in the lower classes some motivation and something to work towards. You know, you win a championship or you do really well in the lower class, gives you the motivation and the sort of self-esteem that you need to say, okay, maybe I can move up into Golden and race with those guys. And like we've seen this season, KGB Black Angel has put on a massive show for all of us, and he came over from Silver, so that is very impressive.
Yeah, it is, and it's sad to say, but it is the final lap of season 10 in TCR. I can't believe it. It's been 10 seasons in TCR, and it's coming to an end. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, it's outstanding that this league has been alive for so long, and it's just been really greatly run, and everyone, I mean, every single person, commentators, officials, stewards, I mean, Seafreeze especially, I mean, everyone's done such a good job, and it's been so fun to be a part of TCR, and I'm really happy to see what goes on coming next season.
The last lap of Season 10. It's in Platinum class here tonight, but it's also going to be the last lap of Season 10 for all of TCR in this grand finale. And as Motor said, it's been one of the best seasons that I have ever seen in any racing league. It's been a great season for all the drivers, for DCR in general. And here comes Tasmanian Devil rounding up the last corner to finish off this race in style and win another Grand Prix to his name. Tasmanian Devil, the winner here tonight. Kersey, the champion of Season 10 in Platinum class, finishes second. KGB Black Angel is going to come around here to finish third, with maybe very close behind him in fourth place. Sequid is going to be rounding up the line here in fifth place very shortly. And yeah, what an incredible time we've had this season. What an incredible time. Oh, Sequid is going to finish in the pits. That's a nice one. There we go. So I want to see what's going to happen to his car. Is it going to continue through? Is it going to drive through the pits? I think it will, yeah.
That's funny.
Seafreeze is gonna finish 6th. GTR Lion finishing 7th. Stanley finished 8th. Joshua 9th. And Chatty that gets the last point on the grid here tonight in 10th place. McMarcody 11th. 007 12th. Fike in 13th. Flip Flop Fish in 14th. And W in 15th place. So we had all of our drivers start and finish the race. I'm not sure if this is a first in TCR, but it's definitely a first in quite a while. I haven't seen a full finish in a few races now.
Yeah, you really don't see it, and props to everyone for keeping it clean. We didn't really see many. I don't think anyone got really damage except Secret from hitting the wall and possibly flip-flop fish. But yeah, it was really clean race. As W is doing donuts on the last corner. And yeah, it was a really good season.
Wow. Well, thank you to everybody who watched tonight's race, and thank you to everybody who's been watching throughout the season. This is it for Season 10. In Mexico, we round up the grand finale of Trinity Competitive Racing. As Motor mentioned, it's just incredible to think that this season has been around for this long, and it's still alive, and it's still prospering, still growing, and it's still very exciting to watch. So there we go, Tasmanian Devil lifting up the trophy for the winner here tonight and making that 3-stop strategy work, which is absolutely incredible. Kersey, the champion, getting another podium to his name in this incredible season for him. It's really worked out well. He won the championship last race. So this one here tonight was really just a little bit of extra. Look, it's now raining again on the track, so the rain was coming at the end of the race. It just didn't come quickly enough. But Tasmanian Devil in first, Kersey in second, KGB Black Angel in third place, Mebby in fourth, Secret in fifth, Seafreeze getting some nice points for himself in what is going to be the last race of his racing career in TCR for a little bit. So GTR Lion in 7th, Stanley in 8th, Joshua in 9th, Chatty Duck in 10th place, Mick Marcodi in 11th, 007 in 12th, Fike in 13th, Flip Flop Fish in 14th, and W in 15th place. Motor, go ahead and invite Tasmanian, Kersey, and KGB Black Angel into our party. If you can, I guess invite Seafreeze as well. After we talk to our podium finishers, we'll hear from him as well.
Yep.
All right, wow. Well, that was a very long, very exciting season. Thank you everyone who's been sticking it out with us and watching all of the streams. We really appreciate it. You guys are exactly what we do this for, and what the drivers do this for every single week. They do want to entertain you guys, and they do want to drive and show what they can do on track. But yeah, it's very sad to say that this is that was the last lap of the last race of this incredible season that we've had. But we're gonna be back pretty soon. I mean, it's only gonna be a couple of months off. We're gonna be back for season 11 pretty much around the same time that F1 is gonna be back for their new season in real life as well. Hopefully, we'll have more races. We'll have some real fans in real life next season. But in TCR here, we're just waiting for our podium finishers to join up so we can talk to them about how the race went for them tonight. And yeah, I really can't get over the fact that the season is over.
Yeah, it's crazy that it's over already.
Okay, and I see that KGB Black Angel has joined us here in the podium commentary, or in the podium interviews. KGB, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right, perfect. Well, congratulations on P3. Congratulations on a pretty good season as well. I mean, you got some good points. Looking back on it, you had a couple of podiums back-to-back as well in Australia and Monaco. A nice P3 here tonight. But, do you feel like you had a little bit more left on the table? Could you have done a little bit better this season too?
Definitely, I think so. I think the first couple races really, I was just off the pace. But after Japan, things just started to get better. Got faster and faster.
All right, and what are your plans for next season? Are you going to be sticking around in Platinum class, or what are you thinking?
Definitely going to try and do next season as well. Definitely Platinum class. And I'm going to try to bring my A game next season, because I think this season wasn't the best, to be honest.
Motor City, did you want to ask any questions?
Yeah, I just want to say, KGB, really good race. You got the strategy pretty good, and it's great to see you back on the podium. I don't know when the last time you were on the podium was, but yeah, it was a good race from you, and you kept it clean, and you were able to get that last step on the podium. Great race, man.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations again, KGB on P3, and hopefully we'll see you next season. Is Kersey with us yet?
I did invite him. not joined.
He has not joined yet, but he is the champion of Season 10 and Platinum class here, so it would be nice to hear from him for one last time, but he doesn't seem to be joining yet. I'm not sure what he's up to, or maybe he's not able to join. I guess we'll move on to Tasmanian Devil, our winner of the last Grand Prix in Season 10 in Platinum class. You made a 3-stop pit strategy work. How did you make that one work?
I was really just pushing flat out the entire race. Yeah, I mean, that's literally it. I was just pushing as hard as I could. I didn't expect to get the result that I did after lap 1, because it was a terrible start, dropped down a ton of positions, and I thought I got wing damage, but nope. So yeah, I just kept pushing, and it turns out that I was able to win. So I'm very happy.
Yeah, and yourself and Sequid this season, you guys have really put a good fight for AlphaTauri for the Constructors' Championship. You know, there was not much between you guys at the end of it all, and also, you know, in overall standings between Sequid and Kersey, even yourself, you're only really, you know, about 100 points off, so you definitely could have been up there in that fight if a couple of races have gotten a little bit different. What are you guys gonna do in between and the off season to try and really, you know, push for next season?
I don't know. I think we had a lot of bad luck, which was the main reason why we just completely dropped off in the second half of the season. I got a bit better in qualifying, which is good because I was towards the front more consistently. But yeah, I had 2 back of the grid penalties, and then Sequid with his whole incident at Australia. I'm sure we all remember when he got hit by the safety car. So yeah, really, I guess we just have to hope that we have less bad luck, and I think we'll be within a good shot of the title next season.
All right, awesome. Motor, your questions.
I just want to say good win, Taz. It is your second back-to-back podium, and it is your 4th, it looks like, this season. So great job, man. I'm sure it's really exciting to be on the top step of the podium. And you kept it clean. You nailed the tire strategy, which was surprising to me when you went onto the inters again. That was very weird to me to see, but yeah, you made it work, and great win, man. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so the tire wear on the inters was ridiculous. I think by like lap 8 I had 50% on the rear tires. So it was like, there's no way I'm gonna take that to the dry period. So I decided to pit again, but when I came out, it put me out in traffic, and I was like, oh crap, I'm screwed now. But got past some guys pretty quickly, and it all worked out in the end.
All right, man. Congrats again on the beautiful drive tonight. Another win to your name to round off this Season 10, and good luck with everything, and hopefully we'll see you next season as well, fighting for the championship.
I hope so.
All right, so Kersey did let us know that unfortunately he's having some connection issues. He's not able to join us here tonight, but we do have Seafreeze with us. Before we do speak to him, I did want to just mention, you know, Kersey, congratulations again on another podium to your name in this season, and also congratulations on the championship. He's a driver champion for Season 10 in Platinum class. I'm sure we will see a lot more of him next season as well. We're gonna, you know, possibly see him competing for another double championship, maybe back-to-back. That would be quite exciting. But, you know, AlphaTauri is also the Constructors' Champions, and of course, Seafreeze being Kersey's, you know, teammate, and also, obviously, with all of your importance to this league, we did want to speak to you at the end of Season 10. So, first of all, Seafreeze, you know, good drive here tonight overall, but tell us about your impressions with the season overall.
Yeah, it's been a interesting season, I guess you could say, but I mean, the goal was kinda the same as last season, to win the Constructors, and hopefully a Drivers' Championship comes along with that. On my end it didn't happen, but the other garage got that done, so you know, that was good. On his part, Kersey did a, you know, really good season, very committed and practiced all throughout, and that motivation, even when the first quarter of the season really was all but Mercedes, really. They were doing really good, started off the season well. We didn't really get off to a great start, but it was a long season, and we both had some good moments. He was able to, get the Drivers' Championship. We were able to do the Constructors, and we just got it as of the last few races in the latter part of the season. So it was basically just to do what we did last year, but one better, which I guess we could say we did that. So I could be happy with that.
All right, and with yourself being the founder of TCR, a major official of TCR as well. What are your impressions with Season 10 across all three classes? We had a lot of new drivers, new commentary. We did some new video ideas on the channel and stuff like that. Just tell us about it from.
Yeah, it's been good throughout all the classes. I've always liked to see the improvement of the drivers throughout, and we've had a lot of new drivers join, and you can kind of see the improvement throughout, and the community we kind of have, I think, on all fronts, commentating the videos we were able to put out on all of our social platforms, the Discord, the rules, the drivers, any category that is necessary. I think collectively, I think we can see that there was an improvement in pretty much all categories in Season 10. So to take a step back and look at everything, it's pretty nice to see a gradual improvement. The success and the improvement through the social media, especially on the YouTube, almost at 300 subscribers, which is awesome considering where we started, I guess, in the earlier part of this season. But the new talent will always improve as well, and I think you kind of maybe have a glimpse of what Season 11 might look like with Taz and KGB. They, I guess, are the platinum rooks of the group, and they definitely you could see the improvement all throughout the season. And congrats, Taz, on your first platinum win. So hopefully there's more for you for next year, and maybe KGB you'll get one next year as well. But it's been fun. You'll still be seeing me around with this talent, and I'm actually more motivated than ever because I want to help these young guys. They might not be young, but maybe in terms of TCR. But I like to see the improvement, and seeing what we could do in all those categories, like I mentioned earlier. Collectively as a unit, improve that for next season. And we have a lot of really cool things planned. We're gonna take some time off with the holidays, the Christmas, the holidays, the New Year's, and get 2020 out of here, and hopefully 21 is better. And then enjoy our holidays, enjoy our break. I know it was a long season. Everyone will want a break, and then we'll hopefully come back fresh for next season, and with a lot of new ideas, and build upon it for Season 11. So I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully everyone else is as well.
And give us just a quick glimpse into Season 11, I guess. When are we expecting to start that season? When do you think we're gonna be doing pre-season like we did this season, or are we gonna be doing that again? And anything exciting coming up that we should be really excited about?
Yeah, for sure. I think you always got to keep looking and on the watch. We're gonna we got to do our official meetings and look through the suggestions of the drivers, and if any of the drivers are watching, even if you're not returning, you can still be a part of the league and help out. And we have a lot of things planned for beyond Season 11, and this is the time where we take those suggestions and we talk about it, and we create a conversation and get some things moving, and hopefully, like I said earlier, all those categories we improve upon that for the next season. So this is the time to do that. If you look at last game between Season 8 and 9, it's kind of the same kind of calendar but we'll have to confirm it. But the preseason will probably be sometime in January, mid to late January, and we'll probably start Season 11 probably very late January, maybe February. But we're gonna enjoy the break, and I think everyone needs a good break. We'll do some events and stuff, so we'll still be around. It's just we won't start up in 2 weeks because we have a lot of things planned, and that takes some time. So we need a little time. But there's a lot of things to look forward to. But we'll just have to keep it store.
All right. Well, Seafreeze, from all of us in TCR, as a driver, as a commentator, as a viewer, I also watch the races and everything else. I think we all owe you a massive, massive thank you for everything that you've done throughout the years for this league, for all of the drivers. I know you help out with everything, like you mentioned, all of those categories. There's a lot of work to do in the background, and a lot of it gets done by you. So thank you so much for everything you've done for this league. I know you're still going to be around, but we're not going to see you racing on track anymore next season, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll see you back on track in maybe season 12 or 13. We'll have to wait and see for that one, but just a massive thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate it, and that also goes likewise to all of the drivers and spectators and the commentators, the officials, the stewards, and past former drivers. It's all a community, so I could do all the work, but it's really nothing without all the drivers, and it's been a fun season, and I'm really happy and content with what we've been able to do, and I think we'll be probably doing some sort of thing in the off season to kind of recap this season.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think you'll hear this. I think you'll hear more from us. I think you'll definitely hear more from us relatively soon, and we'll talk about season 10 more in depth and season 11. So stay tuned. That's all I really can say. Enjoy the holidays, everyone, and hopefully, it's all stay safe and, enjoy the holidays, and we'll come back for, season 11.
Awesome. Thanks again, Seafreeze, and also a big thank you again to Motor City for joining me in the booth for this grand finale of season 10.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun, guys. Thanks. I wish I could have commentated more, but yeah, I had a really fun time commentating these last 3 races.
And I'm sure we'll see you very soon in Season 11 as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it here for Season 10 of TCR Trendy Competitive Racing. We've done 16 rounds across all 3 classes. We have all of our championships decided. It was very, very close in all 3 classes. Flying Jippo was sort of dominating Golden, but other than that, Silver and Platinum really came down to the wire, really came down to the last couple of rounds to decide the championships. And it was super, super exciting all around. As I said, huge thank you to everyone who was watching tonight, who was watching throughout the season. Leave another like, leave us another comment, subscribe to the channel, help us get to that 300 that we're trying to get to by the end of the season. Subscribe to the channel, and that way you'll also be up to date on everything that's going to be happening in the off season, with possibly a recap event that we'll do. I'm sure we'll do a couple of other videos that we'll post on the website as well. So stay tuned for everything that's coming in the off season, and stay tuned also for season 11 coming towards the end of January there. So from BLIN-MACHINE, from Motor City, from Seafreeze, from Kersey, and Tasmanian Devil, and everybody else who was with us here tonight, all of the drivers in all 3 classes, from everybody at TCR, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy holidays, stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you very, very soon. Good night.